Today, historical Lagos is at Glover Memorial Hall, an ancient historical landmark within the state. It is one of the oldest theatre arts in Lagos and has undergone some refurbishment. Founded in 1887, the first Glover Hall was built in the early 1800s on a piece of land donated by Madam Tinubu Efunroye as a memorial to honor Governor Glover's achievements as governor of Lagos Colony from the year 1863 to 1872. After a rigorous bidding process for the concession to manage GMH, Lufodo, a theatre and film producing company founded by Olu Jacobs and Joke Silva, won, and on Thursday, January 6, 2002, the Commissioner of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Uzamat Akimbele Yusuf, along with the Permanent Secretary, Princess Adenike Adedoyin Ajayi, and Director of Theatre, Odusote, handed over the management of the Memorial Hall to Lufodo, Nigeria's most iconic event hall, home for art, culture, entertainment and lifestyle. Welcome to Glover Memorial Hall.
Now, the great Glover Memorial Hall has been in existence since 1887. You know, as one of the oldest theatres in Nigeria, one of the beauties of this, it's had several iterations. This theatre has had several iterations. It was, I'll take you to the plaque to the space of history. You know, but it's been the last person who managed this place before we did was Uncle Steve, late Uncle Steve. You know, we've done so many productions here. We've had Auntie Taiwo Ajayi Lycett has performed with us here. We've had, of course, Olu Jacobs has performed here. So many of us have performed in this theatre. And one of the beauties of this theatre is that it is probably one of this one, Unilag Auditorium, the acoustics are amazing. It's a properly built theatre for performance and any kind of it.
Wow, so much for that.
Let's take you round. You know, when I say properly built theatre, I mean so there's a proper entrance, everything, you know,
to the backstage.
We found this when we moved in the store, and I said, you know, just frame it, don't refurbish it, just leave it as is. And you know, these were the last board of trustees of Glover Memorial Hall, and you see Don Godwin, who was a great believer in the conservation of architecture of Lagos, of Nigeria. You know, he just died recently, probably a year or two. Yes, and Augustine Rhodes that I mentioned, he was my mentor, he was my uncle, you know, and we miss him terribly. He was one of the early entertainers as well in Nigeria. And this is a picture of the original Glover Memorial Hall on this site. Wow. This is the original Glover Memorial Hall. Like I said, built in 1887 or in 18. So the iteration that we're standing on is the 1962 iteration built by Kappa and Delbert. It's a very solid building, very solid. And now it was built on land. The place was built on land donated by the great Madam Efunroye, who was the last Iyalode of Egbaland before we had the alignment. An amazing entrepreneur. There was something very interesting about John Glover too, in that he was one of the very few governors of Lagos at that time who was not extractive. He was not developing Lagos for extraction or whatever. He was developing Lagos for the people of Lagos. And it was here that you had a woman called Penewura, Alimotu Penewura, who was a market woman, the first ever market woman in Lagos. And she built a strong union of market women and actually had a protest against taxes here with 7,000 people protesting against taxation in this place. Something that took place here in 1920 by the Sambe, as we used to call them, Salvation Army. So let's climb, let's exercise. When we took over this place, everyone was empty, apart from the chairs and the chairs in the hall. And this was just an empty room. And when people came to visit, I remember Betty Rabbo and myself would sit down here, stack chairs, all the chairs, buy banana and granules, and be sitting down and talking and all that. If anyone Godalo came, saw the space and said, okay, I'll donate this space to you for you, and I'll decorate it for you. Wow. Decorated it. FOC.
Wow.
But a couple came out of our press for this space. Yes. Apart from the television, which we put this here so that it's like a monitor for you to see what's going on down, on the stage, and when it's your turn to go on stage. And it leads to the backstage. So if you're about to go on stage, whether you're a couple, a performer, you're here, when it's your time to come, you can. Whilst we're enjoying the yakon. Any questions for now? I'm sure you'll have more later.
For now, for me, as a top operator, because most people here we have top guys, we have YouTubers and the rest. If I'm bringing, is there a fee attached to bringing people?
Top the place.
Yeah, you top the place, yes.
There will be.
Sure.
Yes, there will be. Of course,
we understand.
there needs to be.
Yes.
There needs to be because I won't always be here. And when I take people on tour, I only take the VIP. So
It's a privilege.
so the person who is going to take them on tour will have to be paid, and several other things. But there will be. Yeah, but it will just be a token.
ṣèbàrẹ̀ ọ̀màrí ọba tó láyé.
Mi ò mọ ayé o, mi ò mọ, mi ò mọ, mi ò mọ, mi ò mọ ayé o, mi ò mọ.
Mo ti ṣèbà gbogbo àgbà tí ń bẹ níwájú mi ò dé gbọmọ.
Mi ò mọ ayé o, mi ò mọ, mi ò mọ, mi ò mọ, mi ò mọ ayé o.
Mo ṣèbàrà wọn rí yá mi.